Take a deep breath, because what you're seeing on the screen isn't CGI or computer-generated imagery at all. These are raw images just sent by the Orion spacecraft from a distance of hundreds of thousands of kilometers just a few hours ago. We're not just watching a video, we're witnessing history in the making as Artemis II officially ushers humanity into a new era. Right now, the Orion spacecraft is passing through the dark region behind the Moon, and the images it's sending back truly mark a major milestone for space exploration. Under the leadership of Reed Wiseman, the Artemis II crew is now just about 6,500 kilometers from the lunar surface. But the number that truly takes our breath away is this: they have just officially broken the more than half-century-old Apollo 13 record, reaching a distance of over 400,000 kilometers from home, a new record for humanity. When the Moon comes between the spacecraft and Earth, the entire crew enters 40 minutes of absolute silence, perfect solitude in the vacuum. It is in that silence that they captured the jewel of the entire journey, Earthset. It reminds us of Apollo 8's legendary Earthrise, but with stunning clarity. In the foreground, the far side of the Moon appears rugged, a landscape scarred by billions of years of impacts, where long shadows are cast by the angled sunlight, revealing every geological fold, brutal yet majestic. Before entering the signalless zone behind the Moon, during the 40 minutes of radio silence, they captured a shot that will go into history, the Earthset image. Compared to Bill Anders' 1968 photo, Orion's data offers a completely different level of detail. In the foreground of the image is the far side of the Moon, a region we never see from Earth, displaying a much rougher, more rugged and violent appearance than the familiar near side. Here, the vast seas of dark basalt are almost non-existent. Instead, the terrain is marked by countless craters accumulated over billions of years, creating a complex and dense texture. As the sun's light strikes the horizon at a low angle, it elongates the shadows of every crater and every rock, spectacularly highlighting the geological structure, making every fold and every contour so clear that one can almost feel the depth and harshness of the surface through a static image alone. Amid that seemingly monotonous gray desert, the Ohm impact crater stands out, an almost iconic structure in planetary geology, with a diameter of approximately 64 kilometers, large enough to be clearly observed even from a high orbit. But what makes Ohm special is not only its size, but also its complex structure. The crater rim is not a simple flat circle, but is formed by multiple overlapping levels, like gigantic terraces, created when the material was extremely compressed, lost stability, and collapsed back inward immediately after the impact. This is a typical feature of large impact craters, where the released energy not only excavates the surface, but also deforms the entire surrounding structure. However, the most impressive detail lies at the very center of the crater, the central peak, an elevation rising from the bottom, similar to the moment a drop of water shoots upward when we throw a stone into a lake, with the difference that this process occurs under immense energy and is then permanently frozen in solid material. To form this structure, the force of the initial impact must have been intense enough to melt and soften the lunar crust for a brief moment, causing it to behave almost like a viscous fluid, before cooling rapidly and retaining that deformed shape for billions of years. When observing Ohm's central peak, we are actually seeing the imprint of a physical process so violent that it is difficult to imagine, preserved intact as a photograph of the geological past. During the flyby of this region, the astronauts made the most of this rare opportunity to collect data, using the most advanced digital camera systems available to capture nearly 10,000 high-resolution images with a wide dynamic range. This enormous volume of data serves not only for communication purposes or to record a historic moment, but also constitutes a scientific resource of immense value, allowing researchers on Earth to analyze the surface structure in detail, identify the composition of materials, and better understand the history of impacts that have shaped the Moon's current extreme landscape. As we look further out, beyond the ridges and craters stretching to the lunar horizon, an almost surreal image begins to emerge in the absolute darkness of space. Earth, but no longer as the familiar blue globe we see in textbooks, but as a slender crescent illuminated by the sun, while the rest remains completely shrouded in deep darkness. At that distance, our planet looks like a tiny blue marble suspended in solitude in the universe, rendering any notion of scale to which we humans are accustomed meaningless, and silently yet powerfully reminding us just how incredibly small we really are. However, within that thin strip of light, life continues to leave its mark. With sufficient resolution and favorable lighting conditions, it is still possible to make out soft bands of swirling clouds over the region of Australia, atmospheric movements occurring on a world more than 400,000 kilometers away. That small detail brings the entire scene to a strange life because it is no longer a distant, inert object, but a planet that breathes, that moves, that contains everything familiar to us. And perhaps what makes this moment more special than any previous image is the perspective. The perspective of 4 human beings situated on the far side of the moon, completely separated from Earth both in space and in communication, silently observing their home from a place that human history has rarely reached. It is not just an image, but an existential experience, a reconnection to the place where we belong. During the journey, the Orion spacecraft enters the region hidden behind the Moon, where not only is radio communication with Earth completely lost, but the Moon itself also blocks out the Sun. As a result, the crew experiences an extremely rare phenomenon, a total solar eclipse lasting nearly an hour in deep space. In that absolute darkness, the solar corona becomes clearly visible. The astronauts describe it as baby's hair, fine filaments of white light that are actually plasma trapped in the Sun's magnetic field. Without an atmosphere to scatter the light, the sky is so dark that they can see Mars, Venus, and Saturn aligned with the naked eye. Below, the Moon's surface is not completely in darkness, but is faintly illuminated by ash light, light reflected from Earth. These unique lighting conditions generate an extremely valuable data set, almost like pure gold, useful for selecting locations and designing future lunar bases. Compared to the Apollo era, the technological difference is enormous. While Apollo missions were heroic but limited in equipment, Artemis represents the era of precision. The wide dynamic range of modern cameras allows for observation of even the darkest areas within craters where water ice might exist. Images of astronauts like Christina Koch or Victor Glover holding cameras while the spacecraft operates almost autonomously using navigation algorithms shows a perfect combination of humans and technology, a clear advancement in the way we explore space. The highlands, which shimmer with bluish tones interspersed with dark brown areas, suggest differences in mineral composition that were not fully understood before. These naked-eye observations provide scientists with more data to decipher the Moon's structure and prepare for future robotic missions, especially on the far side, which remains largely unexplored. At this moment, Orion is beginning its journey back to Earth, traveling a distance of nearly 400,000 kilometers, while continuing to test critical systems such as manual control and radiation protection. The greatest challenge will come when the spacecraft enters the atmosphere at a speed of approximately 40,000 kilometers per hour, enduring temperatures exceeding 2,700 degrees Celsius. The heat shield will be the only thing separating the crew from that extreme environment before the parachute system slows the spacecraft and allows for a safe splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. When the crew is extracted from the capsule, concluding a nearly 10-day mission, Artemis II will not only be a successful flight, but also a crucial step toward a larger goal, bringing humans back to the Moon's surface within this decade. The Artemis II astronauts have already left the Moon's sphere of influence and are on their way back to Earth under the gravity of their home planet, entering the 8th day of a 10-day mission. Hundreds of thousands of kilometers away, the Orion spacecraft does not need to consume much fuel, as it takes advantage of a free return trajectory, using the Moon's gravity to change course and return, an efficient and precise solution. "Earth is pulling us back, and we're very happy about that," shared Commander Reed Wiseman, a simple phrase that clearly reflects the sentiment of those who have traveled farther than anyone in the history of manned flight. After passing behind the Moon, including the period of total communication loss, Orion has continued to operate stably. The crew is safe, continuing with physical exercises and preparing for the most difficult phase, atmospheric re-entry. In zero-gravity conditions, they use equipment such as resistance bands to maintain physical fitness, while also testing suits designed to aid blood circulation and facilitate readaptation to Earth's gravity. The return will culminate in one of the most extreme challenges of the journey. Orion will enter the atmosphere at high speed, enduring temperatures of thousands of degrees before the heat shield absorbs most of that energy. After decelerating, the parachute system will deploy, guiding the spacecraft to a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego. There, the USS John P. Murtha is already on standby. With a helicopter deck, spacious interior, and full medical facilities, the ship will receive the crew after they are transported by MH-60S Seahawk helicopters from the landing zone. Navy divers will recover the Orion capsule from the ocean, while the medical team will assess each astronaut's health as soon as they exit the spacecraft. When the hatch opens and the crew sets foot on Earth again, Artemis II will officially come to an end, not only as a successful mission, but as a decisive step that brings humanity closer to the goal of returning to the Moon in the coming years.